Anyone tell any example? Or else you can type in the chat box. It is also okay.
Controlling home devices online.
What?
Controlling home devices online.
Yes,
like
but I need some names, particular names.
Okay. Cameras, fridges, home devices online remotely.
Correct. Shruti, you are also correct. Digital watches, that is also an IoT device.
Wi-Fi based pump system.
Correct.
To
That is
pump the
also an
water.
IoT device. Yes. That is also an
Yes.
IoT device.
So like Tesla cars, like the ones which run on internet and which connect to the app on the phone.
Correct. Tesla car is fully automated. That is an like truly driven by internet. That is fully internet controlled. Pragal, yes, that is Alexa. Alexa is also an IoT device. So there are many devices, right? We are using in a day-to-day life, but we don't know like how we can make it in a simple way. We don't know how to make it like if we are making some products, how to make it ruggedious. We don't know how to compliance it. So important thing is the compliance, because if you are using if you are making some product that you are using in a day-to-day life, so that means you are with it in a like 100% way. So you have to compliance it first, that it is safely to use, safely for the EMI EMC, safely for the IP rated, right? Okay, so I don't tell you about much more into that automation thing, because you can get it everything in the internet. Okay, that is not an issue actually. Okay, and also hands-on, so you can take any kind of IoT device and directly you can get any kind of like you can say architecture from internet and you can use it. But the thing is, the what is the important thing, if you are making some kind of prototype and you are making that prototype with some kind of microcontroller, then how you will use that prototype in a day-to-day life in as a product? Okay, that is actually important thing. Okay, so I will tell you that thing. You can see the slide, right?
Yes, can.
Yes.
Okay, so IoT, I told you like what is IoT. So basically there are 4 to 5 key devices in IoT. That is, first is device and sensor. Second is connectivity, because without connectivity you cannot do nothing. Like you can do some controls, but you cannot do live updates in that. Then data processing, that is important, because without data processing you cannot implement like web models and user interface. So you can use UX, or else you can use HTML page. Okay, so HTML page is nothing but you can use any Chrome tab to open your page, normal IP page. Okay,
Well, could you please make it in the slide show mode, because
yeah,
it is a bit zoom in. Yeah, thank you.
okay. So basically what is smart home automation? That is make home intelligent and with IoT, and controlling devices by remotely via app, voice or assistants. Like normal thing that is everyone know. Like if I give a command to Alexa, please switch on the fan, it will do it. Okay, through IoT only. So we'll know like how to do it. This is important actually. So example, you told like smart light, smart door locks, Alexa and automation and all the things. Okay, so what is the benefit? First is comfort, because if you use a IoT device, basically what is the thing, like first time people are used to very much lazy, so that they can control the fan and light, everything from their bed. That is the first. Okay, but that is not a benefit. Okay, that is comfort only. Then energy efficiency, that automated light, like some LDR control light or some PIR based control light. So that is means if you enter into the room, it will be automatically turned on. Okay, and some appliances like integrated with RTC, that means real-time clock modules, so that if anyone could open the freeze for long time, it will be automatically turn up or it will give a alarm. So that is energy efficiency. Okay, then security. Obviously, you can monitor your home from far away from anywhere. Okay, smart lock, cameras, motion alerts. Then also you can directly view the live feed, so that suppose your baby is at home and you have to view it, so it is okay. You can see it lively. And accessibility. So if someone want to access like properly access or giving command to that IoT device, it will be here and it will be reply back also, right? Everyone understand it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so component, like I just given some examples here, but the components basic is any MCU or MPU. MCU everyone know, right? MCU microcontroller unit and MPU is microprocessor unit. Everyone know, right? Regarding the MCU and MPU, it is normal things. Okay, then relay for the switching applications, because you cannot directly switch any application or any kind of live devices that will be controlled with 220 volt or 440 volts. You cannot directly control with any MCU, because MCU is operating with a 5 volt control. Okay, so you cannot directly control them. So you need a relay on that, in that case. And also sensors, if you need some kind of sensor for the home automation, like to monitor the humidity, monitor the motions, or accelerometer, gyroscope, and everything. And some like gas sensors, if you need a automated gas check sensor on your home. Okay, that requires sensors. And some actuators like door locks, servo motors, and normal stepper motors. That also you can connect with that. Okay, this is all the hardware component. And in communication, you can use Wi-Fi, that is common, like 2.4 gigahertz. Any kind of Bluetooth, that is BLE, Bluetooth low energy. And Zigbee for the mesh communications. Okay, any question in between? Anyone?
No, sir.
No
Sir,
question?
can you please,
Okay.
sir, I have a question.
Yes.
So can you please
What?
describe about, so can you please explain us about the types of sensors that comes under IoT things?
Yeah, sure. Like types of sensor means you can add any kind of sensor. Okay, like any analog sensor or any digital sensor, you can add any sensor to it. So it is basically dependent upon the requirement. Like what is the requirement in your project? So that is actually the thing.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So cloud platforms, this is basically the thing which is called as the proper IoT. That means in which you can collect the data, you can real time feed the data, you can view the data, and you can monitor the data. Okay, so that is Firebase. Firebase, everyone I think know, that is from Google Firebase. And then is Blink. Blink is a mobile application platform in which you can make application, and also you can export it, and also you can control directly to the Blink. Blink is a server also. Okay, and then is any home assistant platform. Suppose you are buying some smart light from Cisco, or any like Eveready or something like that. So you can directly use that platform also. That is basically with a server. Okay, any issue in it or any question?
Hello, sir.
So this thing you directly get from internet, no issue. But if you have any question, just ask me.
Yes, sir. I would like to ask, sir, if suppose I want to install these things on my project, right? How difficult is it? I just want to know how difficult is it to install?
See, difficulty level is actually, you can say, max to max 20 to 30%, because you have to just analyze the things. Like if I am giving an example of Firebase integrated with NodeMCU, then I can tell you that the difficulty level is zero, because everything you can directly getting from internet. That is not an issue. Okay, so issue is like how to integrate the channels or links in your code. That is the actually issue. Okay, there is some proper channel, YouTube channels, or proper links. I can give you in a chat box, so that it will be easy for you, so that you can read it and you can actually implement these things.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so what is the challenges? Challenges is basically if the Wi-Fi connection will be break at the time, you cannot connect to into the internet. So that will be the challenge. Without internet, you cannot do nothing here in IoT. Okay, and also data privacy and security. So if you are using some default platform, like you can say Firebase, some AWS, that will be okay, no issue. But if you are making your own server, like your own NAS, then that will be an issue, because you have to integrate cybersecurity in that. Okay, and then higher cost for the large scale setup. So this point is actually a debatable thing, because higher cost is not always, but why I am written here, if you start from a zero stage, it will be actually higher cost. But if you grow into a some stage after like 100 or 200 products, after that it will be like a lower cost to you, because you got the proper profile that how to manage your things. Okay, any question with these things?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, so this is basically the NodeMCU. I think some of you have used this thing in your projects, and also same as ESP32. ES32 actually is good, but NodeMCU is cheaper, so that you can use it and burn it. Because at first, everyone is taking risk to actually connecting the power. So at the time, you will burn this thing. So that's why I don't recommend you to use ESP32. Okay. Any question regarding this? I'll give you the understanding regarding the pins. But any question regarding this NodeMCU? No. Okay then. So this is the script. I'll share this slide to you guys, so that you can get help from it. So this is the script for the LED blinking script, so that you can directly use this script, and you can blink the LED on the onboard NodeMCU, so that you can. This is actually the first thing you have to do with NodeMCU, that it will be working or not. This will give you no. Okay, this is nothing, this is no required actually. Okay, if you are pro in embedded system. Okay, so I think everyone is familiar with Arduino or something like that. Arduino, how much people you know about the Arduino or use the Arduino? No. Okay, at least you have to use, because it is a basic thing. If you use Arduino in a day-to-day life, it will be easier to understand the embedded system codes, and also understand to some add-on devices, like some sensors, some actuators, it will be okay in your prototyping stage. Otherwise, you will face issue. So no one used, right, Arduino? Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, yes, you are. I'm assuming that no one is familiar with this Arduino device.
Okay, no issue. Okay, so I think like you guys can just go to some YouTube tutorial so that you can at least know about the Arduino thing, because if I show you some script, you cannot understand it. Okay, and understanding the script, it will take some time. After that, you can understand it. Like you can get it that what is happening in the programming code. Okay, so I'll don't give you this scenarios, otherwise you guys don't understand this thing. Okay, DST11 is a basically sensor. It is a sensor for temperature and humidity control, so that you can take humidity, and like if you want to do fan control with humidity, so you can do any kind of project with that. So you are using a DST11 sensor with a relay, and you will take the input from the DST11 and control the output from the relay. Okay. Any question, anyone?
Guys, please say yes, no, anything, whatever your response is, and you can write it
Because I
down in
am
the
just
chat box as
viewing the
well.
slide, so
Yeah,
that I cannot go to
yeah, yeah,
the next
understand.
screen.
I understand.
That is
Don't
the
worry.
problem.
I'm here. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, sir. Can we connect this with the Raspberry Pi? Because in most of the project, we use the Raspberry Pi.
Yes, you can. This is same as like
Yeah.
if you see, always like I am giving solution to student that don't directly connect any sensor to the Raspberry Pi, because Raspberry Pi is a sophisticated device, or any SBC like Google Coral, Raspberry Pi, Embedded Jetson. Don't directly connect the sensor to the SBC. Okay, always connect a microcontroller. Suppose you are connecting a sensor, you are connecting multiple sensor, a cluster of sensor. Don't directly connect with the Raspberry Pi. Just connect a microcontroller board and use some Python command to communicate between them, like UART or something like that. Okay, after that, connect
Okay.
some sensor with a microcontroller unit. It will be also okay.
Okay.
Got it? Because it will
Yes,
be burnt otherwise. Because sensor are giving some low and high command always. So Raspberry Pi is
Mhm.
used for the sophisticated thing, like computing things.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Any other question?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, then I'll go to the next slide. So this is basically like all the, not rocket science. This is all the codes, so that you can directly control, like directly view your DST11 sensor data in a serial monitor, Arduino IDE. Okay. So I don't know, you guys can understand this thing or not, because you have to try at least these things. Okay, if I'll give you some sample code also, you cannot edit it, because you have to understand the patterns, how it is like on. So this is basically the circuit diagram. So how you can connect anything. This is a sensor. So at this point also you can connect any kind of actuator also, actuator or relay also. Like you can connect any kind of servo, or you can connect any kind of relay. So that same code for everything. So in sensor you have to only use certain libraries for that, but in actuators or certain relays you have to only define the output. That's it. Any question, guys? I know this is difficult actually, but you have to understand actually these things. Otherwise, you cannot do any kind of embedded system prototype.
students, yes, no, anything.
I think they are bored.
Yes, sir. Yes. Understood.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that is the thing that control anything from anywhere from Firebase. This is actually important thing. Okay. So I just give you some slides so that you can understand how to create a web page there, how to go to the database, authentication and everything. Okay. Just see it. Don't go too much about it. So I'll say I think Sarika, we can share this PPT right to them so that they can understand it.
Yes, yes, you can.
Oh, yes. So that they can get the pre-knowledge and like proper knowledge.
Later, you can share it
I
with
think
me,
they cannot
and
understand in a like few hours. They need at least some
yeah.
day to
No, I
understand it.
understand,
That's
but
why.
at least they'll get the basic idea of after
Yes,
seeing
yes,
this
yes, yes.
PPT and everything. So you can share it with me.
Correct.
We'll share it with the students.
Okay, 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 okay. So this is basically the Firebase console. Like what is looking here, you can look here like how to make your projects here. Like are the project, like suppose I am giving here LED test and home automation. You have to go to Firebase this page. The link is here also. You have to go to this page and then create a project. Like start with your name. So there is a project name, then there is a also you can say this as a unknown name. So unknown name is for the security. I told you about right cyber security. So this is the cyber security. You will the project name is actually for the viewing thing, and the unknown name is for the server thing. Okay. So this is normal thing like you have to agree with them and all the things, analytics and all the things. You will give all the data to Google so that analytics will be available for you. And project is ready. That's it. You built a cloud server project. It's very easy actually. Okay. So this is the console where you can get all the data, all the authentication, all the access, and also the data is real time data also. Okay. Any question from anyone? Guys,
No,
any
sir.
question? No question?
No, sir.
Okay. So this is basically the example for the Firebase. Okay. You can also do with Blink. This is also same as Blink. But Blink is basically the mobile application. I don't think so that will be I think there is some web application, but Blink Firebase is basically a easy one, and also Firebase authentication is for 3 months. Okay. So if you want to do it, you have to do it subscribed. Okay. If you do want to do it long. Okay. So go to all products. You can check everything: authentication, cloud, Firestore, data connect, extension, everything is there. So you can fetch the data from your Node MCU. You can also give the data to the Node MCU through here. So why I am telling that I will tell you later. Why I am telling the both bidirectional thing. This is normal authentication. You can get in any YouTube video. Okay, I am just giving you the slide to understand these things. So this real-time database, you can see your link here, right? I don't know you will see my cursor or not. See here. Got it? This is actually important thing. So what the link like plays the role that if you are fetching some details, this link actually the carrier wave, okay, from your Node MCU to the cloud server. Through this link, every data will be passed. This link is a passkey basically. Okay, understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this is the rules. Every time this read and write is a false. If you want to only read it, then do this true. And if you want to write it, then that will be also true. So that thing I told you regarding the bidirectional thing, right? So bidirectional means both are true. Okay, you can read it also, you can write it in the server. Okay. Okay, so this is basically the project setting. So it is like normal specified. So you have to only change it through your own, and this is normal. You are every time like you can make your Facebook profile or something like that. This is also the same profile setting. Yes, this is actually important. This is the SDK or Firebase secret. This key will be go to your code, NodeMCU code. Okay. Through this key and the pass key, the message will be travel. That is the security. This is cyber security actually. Okay. And this is the code. I don't know you guys can understand or not, but this code is actually with a database URL and database authentication key. Okay. I'll give you the code so that you can understand briefly. Okay. So what should be the future direction with that? If you are doing some kind of project with your node MCU, or you are doing some kind of home automation project like a smart robot or smart bot chatbot, or some smart light, or some smart you can say voice assistant bots, or some medical equipment devices. Okay, so you at least like do some challenge with that, like your processing key, your server fee, like you have to build a own server, but that will be the expensive thing. So you have to like give a like proper server space in a like yearly service. Okay, so you have to charge them for that. Okay, and also speed will be there, net speed will be there, internet speed also affecting the data fetching. Okay, so what you can do in the future direction, like you can give any AI direction things. If you integrated some smart home automation with AI, it will be also okay, because home automation is there but AI thing is not there. Okay, so you can do with that. Integration with your voice assistant, this is also actually there is some pre-made product, but you can do from your own also. Okay, and fully autonomous robots, like if you give command to your cleaning robot that please clean some certain area, it cannot clean, right? But you can make your from own. This is also some challenging project. Okay, any question, guys? Any question?
Uh, Hi, sir. Yes, for this, we need to write the script, or how? Means the
Yes.
data, the commands are came from the AI module, or how?
What once again?
Yes, sir. We need to write some script, na,
Yes,
to make this,
yes.
or
So that's
the
why, yeah,
ML model
got
will.
your question.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. So basically, like that's why I am telling you to like do some coding with Arduino so that you can understand the scripts. Okay, understand the coding and understand also the script, because Python script is nothing but a embedded coding. Okay, so for before I think 2 to 3 years there is nothing, but now there is a thing, you know, everyone know that ChatGPT. This is a good thing to use and utilize in your project. If you ask any kind of thing, any kind of prompt in the ChatGPT that please give a code with this sensor and this microcontroller, it will be give a proper code. Okay, so you can use that. Don't copy the code from the YouTube, because that will be a useless thing. You will only copy the thing. But in ChatGPT, that will be a segregation. That what is the first part, what is the second part. Okay, use that at least. Got it?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So this thing is important for you guys because you are doing the prototype from the ideation, right? So anyone have any kind of product in your any kind of prototype in your mind right now? Just tell me. Yeah, my slide is done actually. Okay, this is only the slides. Nothing like more than that. Because IoT you can find everything in the internet. Home automation you can find everything in the internet. Okay, I don't want to bore you guys. Okay, I'll only like tell you the answer of your questions. I know everyone does more questions. Okay, regarding this. So I will tell you the answers only. You have to be at least understand these things because you are doing some projects, right? So you have to at least use IoT so that you can like this three things, right? Comfort, then feasibility, then accessibility. These three things, right? So any question like what guy you guys want to do? I want to know that.
Yeah. Hi, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. My project is regarding an modular charger for the e-bikes and e-vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm currently researching about that. So
Okay.
from the sensors and uh, Raspberry Pi, we will monitor the health status of the battery and charge them accordingly.
Okay. Got
That's
it.
my
Got
idea
it.
in short.
Smart EMS,
Yeah.
smart battery management system, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, this is also a
Which
good
will
example.
automatically, the plus point is which will be automatically switch from grid to generator to the our storage battery or the solar or any renewable source.
This is actually
That's
good
what I'm
example.
building now.
Yes, yes, yes. This is actually futuristic thing.
Yes.
Any other example? You are if anyone building this thing. Any example? If anyone have.
The fingerprint enabled security device, which connects to the all the appliances in the home.
Nice, nice. That this concept, but this is also already used, right?
Yes, sir, but it's not rationalized. But and the cost of the things is not like economic. It's very in only rich areas, and it's not globalized for all
Got
over the
got.
world.
This is also good.
The software we can develop and start a new product like or like such.
Yes, software. If the software is open source, that will be also okay. Because in India, people are not giving open source softwares because of also because of security and also because of the money also. So if you can do open source thing, that will be useful for the peoples.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. Any other example? So how much people join right now? I think 24, right? So all are making the project regarding like embedded system, right?
Yes, they are the selected team which has been promoted to from the ideation stage to prototyping stage. They are the students
Okay.
from their team only.
Guys, if you have any question, just ask me, because I know that you guys cannot understand the codes right now, but after going to the prototype stage, you will need me. I know it properly. Okay, so just at least practice the things, or get the proper knowledge on things, and get a roadmap so that you guys can understand your projects or your prototypes. Okay, any question?
Sir, I have one more thing
Yes.
which is underrated in the whole of India and the world. That is
Mm-hmm.
NFC tags, which are cheap
Mm-hmm.
in cost and can be used creatively everywhere.
Correct.
But it's
Mm-hmm.
only restricted to only metros and like some of the ATM cards. If I
Mm-hmm.
add it to automation, home automation, then it can be revolutionized so well in the world. So I can
Yeah.
make a project on it.
Yes. 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 NFC tag is good, but
Yes,
in
sir.
the case of security, NFC tag is very bad. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's why people are not using them.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other question? Please at least like
Thomas,
go
could
through
you
it, ask
helpful
questions.
if you can, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be helpful if you can show them a few of the theories or maybe YouTube links, or you can help the students via those theories and some literature, that sort of thing. Documents or anything if you have.
Yeah. I can share this thing because uh, they will need it actually in the future.
No,
They
no.
will need.
I'm
Uh,
talking about the basics. If you could show in the form of any document you have, which can help them to understand the basics and anything, the theoretical I'm talking about.
okay. 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 Got it. Got it. Got it. So I am showing through the internet only. Okay, so what is basically going here? I think you can see my slide, right? You can see the web page, right? Regarding the home automation.
Yes, we can, but it is very zoom in, so not clear. The whole.
Just a minute.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Now it's better.
Okay. So this picture, if I tell regarding this picture, say there is a application here. Are some bulbs. There is a node MCU and there is a relay panel. Okay. So what is happening here? If you I told you regarding the node MCU, right? This is the device which will be control the electronic thing, and the electronic thing will be control the electrical thing, because this is controlled at 220 volts and this is controlled at 5 volt. Okay, this signal will be given by this node MCU. Okay, and after that this node MCU will be share the data with a Wi-Fi. Okay, the Wi-Fi network will be connected to the server. The server will be this Firebase and application. Through this server, you can control the whole application and you can monitor also the whole application. Okay. Any question from this thing? This is actually a good website so that you can get all the queries from here, like all the step by step things also. Guys, any question? Like this is the basic one for the home automation. See, this is the circuit diagram. So simple actually. So if like I'm telling that if you clear the prototyping round, so you have to make your PCB, your normal PCB like this circuit as this circuit board. Okay, so you have to make a PCB also. You have to know about this thing also, like how to make a PCB or how to make a product from a you can say normal wiring diagram. Okay, this is also required. Okay, this is the same that I have given in the PPT. Okay, the same thing, like how to get the data fetching. And yes, this is also at least you can do it. This is actually a home automation application. You can build it from your own with any kind of videos. Okay, this is MIT Inventor app. So go to this app and drag some buttons and something like that, so that you can make your own app. And you can add this I think you can see it, right? This thing, wait, yes. So this arrangement and some panels, so that you can directly give the command to your NodeMCU through the Firebase app. Okay, so this is the background things, like this is the UI and this is the control thing, background thing. Okay, so if you click the switch on, then what will be happen? This is like this. Okay, and again this is the you can say like the Arduino thing. So I'll skip this part because it will be not understandable right now. This is the whole code, so you can get everything from the internet. Okay, see. And also any other example I will, if I show you regarding this. This is also a good website, so that you can follow these websites at least for the documentation part. Okay, any question regarding this? I'll copy this website and I'll share in the chat also.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Sir, I need guidance on my idea for autonomous warehouse navigation drone,
we
which
can do
uses
this
ROS
thing.
for LAN.
Yeah, we can do this thing in a one-to-one session.
Sir, I had booked the one-to-one session in past 2 days, but unfortunately, we couldn't attend.
Okay, in tomorrow you can book any kind of session, so that we can discuss regarding this.
Okay, sir.
Okay, any other question? Or
Sir, please give any time for that.
regarding what?
Sir, for scheduling the meet, I
Yeah,
will be
I'll
receiving.
open the sessions.
Okay, sir.
Sudhanshu, you can go to the portal and then you can see the available slots of the Soumya Darshan, whatever the open slots, and then you can book accordingly, right?
Ma'am, I had already booked 2 sessions, but sir was
It's
absent,
okay.
so
It's
I
okay.
think it will
Even
be later.
Soumya also can book on his end, and then you can have the session.
Okay.
Okay, guys, this is also a thing like Alexa and that Google Assistant. So this is also a thing that you can use in your projects, because this is also compliance free. Okay, so you don't have to give certain like document regarding this, that you cannot use use this product in your device and something like this. Okay, you can connect your devices, like you are building the devices, directly connect to the Google Assistant or your Amazon Alexa, so that you can control them. And also Amazon Alexa also have the server, so that you can use this as a free. Okay, this is actually the requirement things. See, the pipelines, the humidifiers, also image processing things. Okay, everything you can do with this. Okay. Yes, any question?
No, sir.
No question. Okay. So Sarika, I think we are done, I think, because they have to learn a lot regarding this, and they have to make a proper pipeline at least. And I think they got some point that how to go into it and how to go into deep dive. I think so.
So in that case, students, it will be really helpful because they are getting such mentoring session from the experts of their own industries and everything. So I request you all before attending the workshop, and obviously this is also important step to attend all of the workshops and open houses. But apart from that, please do book mentoring sessions. Go to your mentors, whether be it is hardware or software mentoring, because it is the kind of facility what you are getting currently. It's a once in lifetime opportunity. Please utilize it. Please go to the portal, book your sessions, and ask whatever queries you have. So on this note, I think we shall end up the session.
Yeah. Actually, this is very important to.
Hello, ma'am. Sorry
Yes.
to interrupt.
Yeah,
Yes.
Kedar.
Yes, sir. I booked the session on today, but it's booked at 10 p.m. Are you available on that?
So
Yes. Yes.
Kedar, you
Yes.
can see the
Today, 10 p.m.
availability na. If it is
Yes, yes.
open, then yeah, you can book. Correct, Soumya?
Yeah, ma'am. It's open.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, ma'am. I think the 10 p.m. is night time, na? So I think by
No.
mistakenly
No.
it's
No.
opened or how?
We
No,
can wait.
no.
We can wait.
No, no. Yeah,
So
yeah.
on the other hand,
As
mentor,
previously Sudhanshu said, na? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
on the other hand, mentor can open their slots as per their time availability. So please don't get confused with the timing. If it is open, it is too late, whether whatever it is, just don't get confused.
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
it is seen open, just book it, go and book it, you know
Yeah,
and I
ma'am. I
request
booked. Okay. Yeah.
all of you to book those sessions to your friends and your classmates or whoever in the prototyping stage. Please encourage them also to attend those sessions. And even you can book with me also. You can see the availability and you can book the session with me as well. So on this note, I think let's wind up, wrap up this call. And I'm hoping in the open house we will have definitely a few questions from the students end. Please do study about whatever you Soumya have shared the data with details with you, and do your homework. And let's meet on Monday. and the open house with the questions, I'm hoping. Thank you so much for your time. I think, yeah, we can wrap up this call now.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, ma'am.